With Australia jolted early on, Steven Smith came in and stood up to the challenge and displayed a class of batting to which the English bowlers had no answers.
And you would feel that if you're batting like that and you do shuffle across your stumps, you should know where your off stump is even more.
Was it? I think it was. It was a lovely ball from Broad, another leg cutter that moved away, and there was a sound and England began to go up, but I sensed it just flicked the back pad.
Drew the batsman forward, just rolled his fingers across it. Oh, it's a nice delivery, that. Can't do much about that. You just got to hope, play the line, and hopefully you miss it like Steve Smith did. Length, half forward. Just looked like it flicked the pad or the pant or something there. This is excellent spell of bowling. He's got his tail up, Stuart Broad.
That's where he likes it, and that's where bowlers get sucked in, because they sometimes see with Smith an LBW waiting to happen because he gets across his stumps, but he so rarely misses. Middle stump, thereabouts. But he sees it as a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, off stumps to nearly 2 straight for Steve Smith. He's so good there, as you say. And again, Stuart Broad really is bowling well here. Look at this last one again. Once again, Stuart Broad. You can just see him roll those fingers across. Just watch here at the point of release. Just rolls his fingers down the left-hand side of the ball. Hit like a leg spinner.
Squirts it away behind square. Not sure it meant to go there, but because that man, Joe Denley, is catching just in front of square on the offside, there's a lot of space behind square.
Yeah, for any young cricketer out there, young boy or girl watching this, Steve Smith's been beaten a few times from Stuart Broad, and once again he just switches that off, starts watching the ball again, doesn't worry about what's gone, knows where the gap's in the field. You see him just open the face a little bit there because of the field position.
Oh, that's close. Stokes' radar went to the left-hander in the previous over, but that's the right sort of line to Steve Smith. Mind you, Steve Smith knows full well.
It's just the angle at which Ben Stokes bowls. His body is falling away from the stumps. His arm is coming just a little bit over vertical. And every right-hander can't be faulted for thinking, oh, it's going to come back into me. Smith falling into that trap as well.
Even at Durham, very fine. Well done though, Stuart Broad. They'll pick up 3, but that saves single. Good piece of fielding from the big man. They'll pop in even if it's just for an hour or so. Inside out there, Steve Smith. Quick on his feet, got to the pitch of the ball and hit it pretty much where you want, which is what he did. He did well. 3 runs. You know, if you asked him now, do you think that was good for you? Do you think you benefited from it? I'd be surprised if he said no.
It's in a great position to play that shot. Just be 2. Whoops.
Walks a lot more attacking when it comes to Steve Smith rather than Broad was. He still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 catchers in place to try and get him out. Leg slip, 2 conventional slip, short mid wicket, and a short catching cover.
Oh, outside edge. I think times 4 brings up the 100.
It's been a struggle for Australia, and again Stuart Broad running his fingers across the seam, getting the ball to hold bite.
Oh, that's a big shout. What does he think? A goal! He can't believe it, Steve Smith. Oh, and he's going to review it. He's a captain.
No problem. Alim, we're just waiting for ball tracking. No shot play. Thank you. Here we go, Alim. Pitching outside off. Impact is outside. Wickets missing. Alim will get you back on screen and get you to change your decision to not out. You're on screen now.
Again, there's a lot of excitement out there in the middle, and Broad's bowling well.
This is serious. And now he's back to what you might call his more natural length. Scramble seam. And there's grip there. There's just enough grip there for him. Just watch this. He scrambles the seam there, pitches, just goes away a little bit. Could argue that another yard or length or so, and he might just be finding the edge.
A gift over pitched from Moeen Ali. What Smith did was work the gap, deliberately just open the blade, open the face of his bat to beat that man at extra cover. They weren't boos, they were cries of Root, and Root wants them louder.
We'll take a short break, but don't go anywhere as we will return with Smith's prolific innings. Welcome back. At 122 for 8, Steven Smith was joined in the middle by Peter Siddle, who played a good supporting role. The duo shared an 88-run partnership to pull Australia out of trouble. Standing strong against the English bowling, Smith scored his 21st Test century in the final session of day 1.
Ooh, there's that leg slip. It would have gone to leg slip, and it's a position that England have had from time to time against Smith. It's a position that we highlighted. Had there been a leg slip, he was in business. He'll want 2 because he'll want to get back on strike. And that couple takes Smith to 49, the number on his back.
Steve Smith goes on to 50. He's worked hard for that. Given the supporters coming away from Australia, something to cheer about. Haven't had a lot to shout about today.
No, he's played really well. Just the runs you get, but when you get them, 50 out of 131 for 8. Seriously talented man.
Go for 2 here, and he'll make it easily. It's good running.
England to bowl well today, but the worrying thing for Australia will be in the absence of Jimmy Anderson, who's only bowled 4 overs, and also the fact that the ball hasn't done that much. It's nibbled a bit.
And a couple. What's interesting about that game at the Ageas Bowl, I was told that they actually wanted a sporty wicket. No, he's not running for that. He knows that's 4. Brings up the 150. Australia 151 for 8.
High hands, they're already there. He just has to go through with the shot. It's not a particularly quick pitch.
He's come back for 2.
Nicely played, leg side. There's 2 men out, but in the gap. Moves to 75.
The way that he sets up, he's almost in the position to play the pull shot before the ball is released with that back and across movement. It's just a very easy shot for him to play, even though that was only really just a shovel round the corner. He's only looking to hit that for a couple, but he got 4.
Well, he realises that Denley is bowling slowly, and Steve Smith backs himself to get to it before it lands.
Steve Smith and part-time leg spin, he'll know all about it.
Come on, Dennis.
Purveys it himself.
Here we go, Dan.
Got to say that Steve Smith there was unlucky. He gave himself at the last moment. Look at this foot movement, is just opens up at the last moment. And he knew he had 4. Just a little bit of difference in the timing.
Cut!
Goes for it. It is up in the air, but he hasn't got hold of it. Nice approach shot, but well short of Stuart Broad at long off. This was meant to go sailing straight down the ground over the rows. Tossed high and put away. Big gap there at, well, between wide mid-wickets and deep long on. Poor delivery from Moeen Ali. Takes Steve Smith into the 90s. He's now 92, but that was something of a gift. Gone up and over. Beautifully struck by Steve Smith. Just going with the spin, going where there was plenty of space in the air.
Well,
nearly through, throws his head back. Moeen Ali, there was a lot on that shot.
Straight to him. He can't believe it.
Through the covers, Steve Smith is back. His first test back after the ban, and its normal service resumes. With others falling around him, he has been defiant as ever. 100 number 24.
And you can see there, meant a lot to him, out of the game for a period of time back there. First test match back, makes 100, an emotional one for him too. Australia needed someone to stand up, and it's that man again, Steve Smith. He's done it, kisses the badge and says thank you very much. And you can see he's emotional at the moment. It's taken a lot out of him. He's been through a lot over the last 12 months, and he deserved that 100.
Two balls left of this over. Huge jubilation from the Australian team and from the fans.
You could see him as soon as he hit it, he went yes, and just celebrating, a lot of relief. And Steve Smith.
Don't go too far. We'll be right back. with the rest of Smith's knock. Once Smith reached his century, he switched gears and upped the ante and scored at a strike rate of above 100.
Didn't miss it. Don't give him two chances, Steve Smith. He might have missed the first one. He's going to miss one if you bowl short there. He ain't missing it the second time.
What he wants is Nathan Lyon on strike. He's got his field set back on the leg side. He's bowled slightly straighter and fuller to get him to play through that area. That was in an inside edge though. And he'll fetch 4 for it.
Another welcome boundary for Australia. Now 244 for 9. I reckon this pitch has got a bit of a nibble in it. I think it's going to spin. I reckon 300, probably around there's probably a par score. Given the conditions, the lights are on, it's been overcast most of the day. I reckon 300 would be a pretty good score.
Shot. Straight as you like. Boundaries coming freely for Steve Smith.
And a good time that England bowlers have toiled hard and they've done well today, but and Steve Smith's got his eye in and he's just taking full advantage of some weary bowlers. Good support from Lyon. The partnership's already 38 off 46.
But when he connects, it's generally out the middle of the bat, just over Joe Root, and that's 250 up for Australia.
Momentum's changed. Smith's now on fire. Suddenly there's no seam movement. England are retreating with a field. They've got 4 or 5 men on the fence. And these are very valuable runs. As we just said, Australia are now back in this game big time with this total.
He goes again, and he'll find the gap again. 4 more.
Well, there's only 4 overs to go after this for the new ball, and you sense that in the conditions with the lights on, a little bit overcast, that weary bowlers now that Steve Smith's trying to capitalise. This is terrific stuff.
Well, that could be 4 as well. Moeen Ali motionless. He might have gone all the way. It's right into his slot. He's into T20 mode now.
It was almost a brilliant bit of fielding, actually. Ollie Stone down there, who's been on the ground for most of the day in the absence of Jimmy Anderson. But there was just too much power in the stroke.
Real wind-up shot. 272.
As Smith swings away into the crowd. That's his second 6 of this innings. He moves to 144, and Australia approaching 300 now.
The partnership is 74 from 79. Irresistible play from Steve Smith. Special innings, 144.
And that ends a remarkable innings from Steve Smith. 144. It also gives Stuart Broad his 5fer and his 100th wicket in Ashes cricket. Splendid day for Broad, an even better one for Steve Smith, who has taken Australia to 284 and a competitive total that looked a long way away at 122 for 8.
Well, a fabulous innings.